So today I was on my way to the gym and I pulled up to the parking lot and I decided that wasn't really the place that I wanted to be or needed to be at this current moment. I've been going through a lot of different changes in my life, mostly for the good, but some of them are a little uneasy for me. And even in that, I can't even complain because I'm not out of safety, I'm not out of money, I have a roof over my head. It is more about just being more aware of my boundaries and my voice and lack thereof. There are many parts of my life where people might assume that it's all together. And they would be right. But there are parts of me that absolutely need a little bit more investing. And part of that is showing up and being present for myself. I'm very much a caregiver, a fixer, and sometimes I do that to a fault, in that I don't allow people the space to fall, to feel reality. And sometimes I just make it too easy for people to think that what I'm capable of doing or what I'm able to do, they can do as well, and not really knowing the backstory behind it. So I decided that in the interest of showing up and being present for myself, I was going to speak more on the realities of what it's like to be me. Some of it may seem a lot more fun than people think, and that might be a good thing. And then there's going to be other times where it's like, man, I didn't really consider that part of her life. And this is not to, boast or brag on what I've achieved. But like I said, I feel like when people get to see behind the curtain a little bit, they'll be more informed about what they see out in the world. I think we live in a world where people like to live in fantasy. It gives them a space to just kind of veg out and not think about the real world that's going on. But it also does not allow them the space to operate in the real world. They have unrealistic expectations about themselves and other people. Oftentimes they don't hold themselves accountable for the shit that they do and how it impacts others. They want the world to give them more than they're putting in for themselves. I know for myself, I want my voice to be heard, but I don't want to speak. That's not really how it goes. Things are going backwards, and not in a good way. People of substance aren't showing up the way that they should. Maybe because they don't feel like people will hear them or respect them or even listen. But I come to realize that it ain't about numbers. And if you're doing it for numbers and you're doing it for clout and you're doing it for popularity, then you got to do some internal thinking. But if your words can help at least one person kind of do some self-evaluating and look at the areas where they may need to fix a couple of things, then it's worth it. And so I'm here for that one voice. I know I do a lot of life coaching, and I have clients that I do amazing work with, and and it's a lot of couples work, but the reality of it is it's about them, and they find out a lot about themselves that they weren't able to see without somebody else showing them the mirror or letting them see, like, hey, this is how you show up. But overall, like I said, I'm here for that one person. And if it helps more than one, then that's cool. But I'm here for the one. And then the one will turn into two. And for right now, the one person is me. Even if I need to play this back and hear this again for myself, that my thoughts and my words matter, and saying them out loud makes them more real, because I don't have the space to mentally counter it or make it unreal because it wasn't said out loud. So I'll be starting this journey, posting more, being present more. And if you see use in it, let your girl know. If not, that's okay too. But I'm gonna show up now. I've been wanting to show up, but worth and levels of worth didn't necessarily dictate that I can do that. So fuck all that. We here, and we're not gonna be ashamed of it. So have a good day. Show up for yourselves. Show up for that one that's in the crowd that you don't know is there, and let's see how this works. Love you.